Hi guys, welcome to Sports Week once again in the new year. My name is Tolu and he is Dan. Great to be back in 2026, Dan.
It certainly is. Happy New Year to you, Tolo, and all our viewers.
All right, so let's get to the English FA Cup, the oldest cup competition in the world. I'm guessing that that's probably right about. It's probably right, even though sometimes I struggle to think about it. But let's leave that to one side. Tottenham Hotspur against Aston Villa is one of the biggest clashes in this round of the FA Cup. It's amazing how these two can get pitted against each other very early on. Spurs under Thomas Frank looks like they're not going to be league champions. I don't think they're going to win the Champions League. So their only chance of silverware is probably going to be this FA Cup. For Villa, though, and Unai Emery, it's been a crazy, crazy season for them. Started off not looking too good. Now they look like they could potentially be in the title race. Look like they're really in good stead as far as the cups are also concerned. This is a game where, for Thomas Frank, it's vital that they don't get knocked out at Spurs. But for Villa, you feel maybe they can afford to get knocked out of the FA Cup.
Yes, I'd agree with that statement, Tolu. I feel that it's Tottenham's only realistic hope of silverware between now and the end of the season. Aston Villa could win in Europe. They could even win the Premier League. So the pressure of advancing the FA Cup isn't as prevalent for the West Midlands outfit. But when you look at the two teams, Villa have probably got the luxury of maybe rotating as well. The fact that they can look at this game and think, do you know what, it's not do or die for us. The fact that they are still in the title race, albeit 6 points behind as we record, it gives them a bit of flexibility at the same time. So whether that boosts their chances of victory and progress into the fourth round of the FA Cup or not, we'll have to wait and see. But it is set to be one of the key ties of this weekend.
In terms of the amount of managerial casualties we've seen in the Premier League very, very quickly, we've seen the Manchester United manager, Ruben Amorim, get sacked. We've also seen a couple of other managers also kiss the dust. Is there a feeling that if Spurs lose this FA Cup clash, that could be curtains for Thomas Frank?
It could be. I mean, they play midweek against Bournemouth, so we don't know how that pans out. But regardless of that result, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Thomas Frank's shoulders, with the reasons not only you've mentioned about other managers getting sacked, but form hasn't been great for Spurs this past few weeks. If I was Thomas Frank, I'd probably be avoiding my phone at the moment, just in case it's the chairman saying I want to chat. So yes, if they do go out the cup on Sunday, it's going to be even more stressful for Thomas Frank. You know, the road is starting to short for the Dane, and I think he needs cup progress far more than Unai Emery.
All right, let's look at the game itself. What do you think this one is won and lost?
Well, I think Aston Villa just have a bit more in attack. They've got a consistent option in Ollie Watkins. He's finding his form once again. Had a bit of a slow start this season, but he's in the groove these past few weeks. And then you've got the likes of Wendia, Morgan Rogers, Daniel Marlon, if he is starting, Jane Sancho as well. They've got so many options that can hit the ground running and do something devastating to Tottenham's defence. Whereas with Tottenham, they just aren't clicking in attack. They have an element of solidity at the back. The back four pretty much picks itself when fit and available. Going further forward than that, I still feel Thomas Frank is lacking a real sort of cohesion. He's also going to be lacking Mohamed Kudus due to his injury, and that's going to be a major blow. So I think that probably tilts the balance of power back towards Aston Villa.
All right, so let's put our thinking caps on. Does this one head?
I think Aston Villa go through. Of course, there's no replays. So if it is a draw in 90 minutes, there has to be settled through extra time or penalties if need be. So I think the bet here is probably Aston Villa to qualify, which covers those extra elements if need be. But I think this could be the end of the road for Tottenham in the FA Cup. It could even be the end of the road for Thomas Frank as Tottenham manager.
All right, thank you very, very much. Dan, as always, very detailed.
Thanks, Solu.